Welcome to episode 90 of Apartment Hacker. This is Mike Brewer, and at Apartment Hacker, it is my mission to tease out human potential in the multifamily space. Today, I want to talk about the importance of meetings and the cadence of meetings, but more importantly, the content in meetings. And I want to couch this in a thing called the Iceberg of Ignorance, which is something I was exposed to a couple days ago in an email. And I think it was incredibly telling as it relates to the way that information does not typically percolate up through the various ranks in an organization, and thereby leaving the ultimate executive decision makers not necessarily clueless, but potentially exposed in the sense that they make critical decisions sometimes based on not all of the information. And that's where I think meetings are very important. And let's talk about the iceberg of ignorance for a second, and then we'll talk about how meetings layer over that and how they can potentially take an iceberg of ignorance into an iceberg of knowledge. But if you picture an iceberg for a second, most of you likely know that the lion's share or the bulk of an iceberg sits actually below the sea level, right? So what you see above sea level in the way of an iceberg is a very, very, very small piece of the iceberg as a whole. So if you think about, let's divide the iceberg into 4 layers. And so you have the layer that is exposed to the open air or above the sea line, and then there are 3 layers below the sea line. And if you put percentages to the various layers, or let's name them first. So the first or the top level, the one that is exposed there, let's suggest that that is the problems that are known to an executive or problems that are known to the decision makers in an organization. Just below the level of the ocean, or the sea rather, is 9%, which are problems that are known to team managers or middle level managers, if you will, or regional managers if we're talking about the property management business. And then 74% of problems are known to team leaders, or let's call that the property managers and maintenance supervisors on a property. And then the bottom layer would be 100% of problems are known to staff, or I hate the word staff, but 100% are known to the team, which means where the rubber hits the road, or the people that are out doing the daily activities that ladder up into the results that you desire for your organization. So you've got 4% at the very top that are known to the decision makers or owners or investors. You got 9% where the regional managers know the problem. You have 74% of the problems that are known to property managers and maintenance supervisors, and 100% known to staff. Now, let's talk about quickly the way meetings, or the reason why meetings are very important as it relates to getting information from down here to up here. If you have no meetings at all, suffice it to say that very, very little bit of that information, even 4% might be a stretch, would ever get up to the person that really needs that information to make decisions, especially high level or very important decisions for the organization. So let's say, for the sake of argument, that you do have meetings and you do them on a regular basis, let's say daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annually. If your site team is having a daily meeting that ladders up into a weekly meeting that they have with their property managers, and the premise of that meeting is, hey, here are all the problems that we're dealing with. And then the property managers have a weekly meeting with their regional managers by way of conference call or in person or whatever. There's so much technology in the marketplace today, it doesn't matter how you get this done, you should just get it done. That property manager information comes up to the regional manager information, and then the regional managers on a weekly basis are meeting with vice presidents or executive vice presidents or regional vice presidents, and then that information flows up and flows up and flows up. So if the intent of meetings is to take business challenges and move them up, then a meeting is very much worth having. If you're just having meetings to give updates or things of that nature, you might just resign yourself to doing that by way of email. But if it is about problem resolution, if it is about solution, it is about moving the business forward, then meetings should be designed to take problems from this level, where the rubber meets the road, and take them up through the organization, so that those decision makers at the top are not being exposed to just 4% of the issues out in the marketplace or in the workplace, but rather let's call it 80 or 90 or 100% of the problems that are out there in the marketplace. So anyway, my call to action for you today is to take a real hard look at your meeting intentions, your meeting content, and your meeting frequency and your meeting cadence, because it is very important as it relates to getting problems and issues resolved in your organization. That's it for today. I will talk to you on Monday because it is Friday. Have a great weekend.